Oh, it's so cold.
Let's see if we have any swimmers in here.
A few little bits on my fingers.
That would be a perfect spot to get, right over there.
How gross is this really going to be? I'm actually not really looking forward to tasting it, but you know, when you're thirsty, I guess maybe it really doesn't matter how bad it looks as long as it's safe. You have found Explore Trek Adventure with Kelly and Greg. We cover everything camping from backpacking to adventure vans. We're checking out 2 different types of water treatment. We're gonna see if this can possibly be a secondary source for water filtering when we're backpacking or outdoors, or really any type of emergency where filtering water is a necessity. We think everybody should have 2 sources of water filtering, your primary source and your secondary.
Our primary method right here is the Katadyn BeFree water filter, and it's just this little filter. We like this one because it filters water super fast. The flow rate is really high until it clogs. This bag is a 3-liter Seeker by Hydropack. It also has this nice little handle here, which actually is remarkably handy when you're carrying heavy water. Our secondary filter is a Sawyer Squeeze, and you'll see these all over the place. And we use a Canuck or Seanock bag. This one has the small opening, so the Sawyer Squeeze just screws right on there. And then we keep our backup in this bag. Right now we always backpack with 2 of us. One person carries the primary and then one person carries the secondary. What we want to know is if these tablets are good enough for an emergency or secondary situation. The real question is, why do you need a second filter? Well, these are not foolproof and these will clog up over time. You can also ruin these if these freeze. You always want to put them in your sleeping bag or in your coat at night. If these freezes, it's done. These bags can also break, which in turn means you can't squeeze water through the filter. There's 2 main types of filters. There's the mechanical and then there's the chemical types. The main majority of the mechanical ones that you see out on the trail today, these will filter out bacteria and they will filter out cysts and some of that stuff. But what they don't do is viruses. There are some filters, like we have this one. So a rapid pure filter. This one actually will also filter viruses, but as you can see, compared to the BeFree, it's ginormous. There's no smaller options, at least that we know of, that will also filter viruses. These chemical forms of filtration that we picked up, they're both tablets. These will filter out bacteria, they will filter out the cysts, and they will also say they will kill viruses as well. I remember watching a video of a guy hiking the CDT and he scooped his water bottle into a water trough that had like 3 dead animals floating into it. It was disgusting. It was the grossest thing I've ever seen. And in that case, I would filter with this, and then I would filter with this, and then I would filter with that.
The main reason why we would choose these would be weight, because our primary filter system is 110 grams, or let's see how many ounces, 3.9 ounces, where our backup, including the bag, 6.1 ounces, and grams, 175 grams. This is basically worth 5 liters worth of filtering. It does not even register. Let's see. Push it down. This is so light that even the baggie doesn't register. Here are the others. There's 9 of them here. Let's push it down. And again, 0. So if you're really looking to save weight, these obviously will be a lot lighter. I carry a 40-liter backpack, so size really does matter when it comes to what you carry. This one is obviously a lot bigger. I mean, this takes up no space whatsoever. And these would actually be really easy to have in your car. You could just easily toss them in your glove compartment box and they'll be there. How easy are these? Well, this one is pretty easy. You just basically fill up water in the bag and you put this on. Just twist it tight. And then when you're ready to do your water bottle, you can just open it up. You just squeeze it on in. This one is super easy as well. The only difference really is that this one has a really wide opening. And of course, actually with this one, you have to, fill it and then slide this on. This one actually did leak in my backpack when I was carrying extra water one time. But all you have to do is unscrew the end again. Super easy. Just screw this on and then squeeze it onto your water bottle. Now for the tablets. This is a little bit harder and definitely takes a lot longer. These are the Aquatabs. And the one thing that kind of freaked me out a little bit about these is it says, do not let it touch your clothes or your hands. And I'm just thinking, if you're out back in the backwoods, and really, are you gonna be able to wash your hands real quick? Hopefully you won't actually have to touch it. So you need to be super careful with these. Once these go in, you actually have to shake the bottle. It says for 10 minutes. I don't know if that means it's constantly, it just says shake for 10 minutes. And then you have to let it stand for 30 minutes. So basically, don't be super thirsty when you're using these tabs. The other tabs we have are the Potable Aqua. These are a little bit different. This water started out looking like this water. So you have to add 2 of these tablets to here, and it turned it into this weird brownish, yellowy, kind of gross stuff. You have to wait 30 minutes, and then you have to add one of these tablets to it and wait another 3 minutes. So let's actually add the tab to it. This one is supposed to take out the iodine. Okay, let's open this up. Take one of these out. It didn't say I have to worry about it getting on my hands, but I do wash my hands after touching it. And we'll drop it in. After reading further instructions, I actually need to add 2 of these, so that you can actually see that the color is changing a bit. So let's add another one in there, tighten the lid, and shake it a little bit. It doesn't actually say you need to shake it, but I'm gonna do that anyways. Oh, that is actually changing color pretty quickly. You can see the tablet's still down there. Oh, but that's made quite a bit of difference. Bare minimum time limits for the tablets, you're looking at basically 40 minutes. And for the other form, maybe 5 minutes max. We're getting closer to the taste test, but one is definitely looking a little bit more tasty than the other. And these tablets still have not completely dissolved. It does say in the instructions that it is okay to drink if they had not completely dissolved yet. When it comes to ease of use, I think the Aquatabs is definitely the front runner. It's just one little pill to add, whereas the other, there's 2 separate things to add to the water. Okay, so you can see the little tablets, they still have not completely dissolved, and one of them keeps floating up to the top. It says that you can drink it after 3 minutes and they're not completely dissolved, but I don't know, that kind of freaks me out a little bit. Now for the taste test. First off, does it smell? We're gonna do the Aquatabs. Oh yeah, it smells like a swimming pool. It actually, oh my, let's smell this one. Actually, it doesn't. Yeah, it's not definitely as different, not as bad. I mean, definitely there is an odor to it, but it's not the chlorine smell. Okay, you ready for the taste? Let's give it a sip. I can definitely taste it. It reminds me if you're swimming and you accidentally get a mouthful of pool water. It's not terrible chlorine, but it's definitely not as good as the other filters that we have. Now for the Potable Aqua. Let's see. I shook it a little bit more because I don't want to accidentally get those pills. Still just I don't know, almost like a metal smell to it. Let's see about the taste. That's different. It kind of has a little bit of a metallic taste to it. Which would I want to drink? In all honesty, I don't want to take any of them. But if it was an emergency, it would definitely be the Aquatabs. Are we going to change from using this as our backup to these? Probably not. But since these are so lightweight, we might just throw them in our emergency kit just so we have them. Now, if you were doing a through hike or just hiking by yourself, having these as your secondary backup would be totally fine. If you're interested in learning more about this system, we actually did a whole nother video. We'll put a link about it and everything that we have here in the description below. You can go watch this video next. You can find us at explorertrekadventure.com, and we'll see you next time.